One simple question at the end of every meeting saved us weeks of unnecessary emails. Most people think the meeting ends once everyone shakes hands. For me, that's when one of the most important moments began. After we would agree on overall direction, I would look directly at their CEO, not the finance manager, not logistics, the CEO. Then I would say, it sounds like we've agreed on the overall direction. The next step is simply finalizing the payment terms and the logistics details. Would it be alright with you if I work directly with Paul from finance on the payment terms and Angela from logistics on the shipping schedule? Then I stopped talking. I waited. Because I wasn't asking Paul, I wasn't asking Angela, I was asking their CEO. When the CEO looked at both of them and said, yes, please coordinate directly with Joy, everything changed. Now, everyone in the room had heard it. Paul knew he had the authority to work directly with me. Angela knew she didn't need another layer of approval. Then I knew I wasn't stepping over anyone. The CEO had publicly delegated their responsibility. Without that conversation, if I email Paul the next day, he might hesitate. Should I answer this? Should I wait until my CEO tells me? Nobody wants to accidentally overstep their boss. But after the CEO approved it, in front of everyone, communication became much faster. Small operational details no longer had to go through the CEO. The specialists solved the details directly. Then, when the executives met again, we weren't discussing shipping dates or payment clauses. Those had already been resolved. The CEOs could spend their time making strategic decisions instead. That taught me something I still use today. The best negotiators don't just leave the meeting with an agreement. They leave the meeting with the clear ownership of the next action. Because momentum isn't lost when people disagree. Momentum is lost when nobody knows who is responsible for the next step. Tomorrow, I'll share why the quietest person in the room was often the one I watch most carefully.